Hello.
Let's get the crashing started.
This needs to be adjusted. There we go.
Well, the picture's already frozen, Truman.
Yes, perfect. You know what? Fuck this shit.
What shit we fucking?
My screen, everything else, it never works.
Cool.
Let's see.
I mean, if the worst thing is that your video doesn't work, then that's a win.
I'm pretty much just gonna turn it off because I think that creates more issues.
Well, you're working now, but there you go.
Yeah, that might help a little bit.
I love how Pat's the only one sticking with the video right now. All right. We ready to get started?
Give me 1 second. There it is. 413. This is 413.
Yes. Okay. You good, Truman?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't hear you for a second. I thought you might have crashed again.
No, we're good. Well, give it time. Don't worry. Give it time.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Welcome, my friends, to the show Never Ends. This is the Red Bull Rant podcast. I'm your host, Jason Iapicco.
I'm Pat McDonald.
I'm Truman, and this is episode 413, not the episode for those who love goals.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what type of goal, but not very good.
Nope.
All right, so let's just get right into it. New York Red Bulls lost to New York City 2-0. I believe it's the first time since New York City's joined the league that we have failed to win a MLS regular season matchup against them. It would have been a complete sweep if not for the US Open Cup win, so I guess there's that silver lining that we didn't completely get swept by them.
Who cares? It's the Open Cup.
I said silver lining.
Did they even play a starting lineup? They probably didn't.
I don't know. That was so fucking long ago at this point. I have no idea. All right, let's look at our tweets. Truman, do you have those ready, or do you need to look at it?
Got him right here. All right, so let's start him up. Our very good friend, Pierre Delecto, said, very, very frustrating. Bad first half, minus the random burst and mediocrity in the rest. Big Blue better win on Sunday, and I'll be okay for another week. Hey, he got that weekend. Then Monday happened. So Nino M said, could they show the NYCFC coach a few more times on that broadcast? Anyway, when I saw this, I knew they were going to lose. And he posted what our record was in their last 5. And you knew it was going to happen. They were obviously going to break that losing streak to us. And then your and my friend Anthony said, didn't have a good feeling when NYCFC got a corner. Overall, they weren't very focused. Felt like the starting 11 was thrown together. The defense has been hit or miss since RBNY was too cheap to pay for Tom Edwards. Their opinion on financial terms for transfers in and out of the team has been suspect for a while. Aaron Long still with RBNY and getting nothing for Kaku or proof of it. And what's with Struber changing shirts at halftime? What is this, a fashion show?
There you go.
I wish I read the tweets. I would have gotten the Office clip about the fashion show at work. That would have been perfect right there. Yeah, I guess Struber decided that he had to change his luck somehow, so he changed his shirt. That's the only thing I could think of.
I mean, nothing was going right, so got to do something.
Yeah.
Gotta put on the lucky.
That's something.
The lucky shirt he hasn't washed in like 3 years.
All right, so let's get into this with our likes and dislikes. Pat, you can go first. What did you dislike about this game?
I mean, it was just another pathetic showing against our arch rival. That's really all I could say. They look listless. They look like they had nothing. Looks like they couldn't be bothered to get up for the game. No offense. What else is new? When the defense finally fell asleep. So yeah, it's just a lousy performance all around.
Agreed. I mean, the game's over a minute in.
Mhm.
The gut punch a minute into the game off the first corner, it just sets a tone.
Mhm.
And it just sucked the life out of you and I watching it. Probably every other fan that was there. It just completely sucked the life out of it. You know this what happens with this team when the other team scores first. I mean, yeah, they recover sometimes, but not at that godforsaken horrible field.
Yeah.
That is just I keep getting reminded how awful that field is once a year when I have to watch a game when the Red Bulls play there. Holy shit, it's terrible.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess that's two dislikes, right? The God forbid the first goal and then that fucking field. It's just the absolute worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna pile on with it. It's just they weren't ready for this. There was something I on the show kind of had retweeted. Daniel Edelman had said that the team's mentality failed during the two goals. Team thought of it as a moment that can, quote, take a break. If you feel like you could take a break 30 seconds into a game,
I know what the fuck.
Right.
Seriously.
then clearly there's a failure of leadership at the coaching staff to not have this team
Yeah.
win the game.
First corner, we're fine, guys. You can just dial this one in, just call it in. It's fine.
Oh, good.
But
we
whoever
got-
scores a minute into a game, nobody.
No, but the Red Bulls only own the record for the fastest goal in MLS history. And then, on the second corner, it's like, well, we didn't learn our lesson the first time, so we're okay taking a break. Like, come on, like, really? I understand that naturally you're just going to lose mental focus at some points in the game and it'll come back. But holy crap, how can you think you can even justify that in a post-game conference, saying that as a team we failed to be mentally ready 30 seconds in?
Yeah.
Let alone
most
30,
mentally ready.
Let alone 30 minutes in. It's just, like I said, it's just a huge failure in leadership, specifically on the coaching staff, that this team wasn't ready to go from literally the whistle. It's just, I don't know if this was just the team being like, hey, we made the playoffs, we can take our foot off the gas, or New York City being like, well, fuck this shit, we won a meaningless cup, so we're going to take that energy and use it towards something else. Like,
but I don't know where else you're going to put fucking energy into.
Yeah. All right. Likes. Truman, is there anything you like about this game?
Well, the fact you can totally space out on it in the first half. Once the first half was over, like, okay, I can not really pay attention to this game anymore. They ain't coming. They're like, if they come back, it'll be a miracle. So I can really just tune out.
Yeah, I guess my like would have to be I didn't go. Yeah, at least I chose not to go to this game. So
Smart.
If I wasted money, I would have been very annoyed.
Yeah, because I'd have been traveling into the city, getting to the place.
Yeah, travel into the city, get mugged on the subway, get back on the subway to go home, get mugged again. Would have sucked.
Yeah. And $25 beers. You probably had to pay for those too.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd go with Truman in terms of just you knew the game was over. I was able to take the second half of the game and use it to help clean my bathroom. So I guess
it's seriously just like, all right, I can kind of half pay attention. It's really what it came down to. It's like, all right, no.
I mean, my wife's like, we got to really clean the bathroom. I was like, well, we're going out for a play later, and this game's almost pretty much over at this point. Let's just go do it now. So, second half of the game was mostly cleaning the bathroom.
Yeah.
All right, afterthoughts. I do want to talk about a few stats here. So first, Shots. Red Bulls led shots 9-5, but lost the shots on target 3-1. Chances created were 2 for New York City and 0 for the Red Bulls. So clearly our shots were doing well. And this one does get me. I do think, at least in the first half, I kind of think the second half was more balanced, but in the first half, I don't know what the fuck was going on with the refereeing, but there was clearly lopsided calls going on, at least in the first half, because for the whole game, it was 19 fouls to 8. And I know the Red Bulls play a physical style, but I don't think we ever have that big of a disparity on a regular basis. It's just, and again, and I want to make sure it's clear, that's not the reason we lost. We lost because we suck. But
Yeah, that's goddamn right.
I gotta make sure it's clear. I'm not saying that we lost because of the referee. I'm saying we lost because we suck. It's just it's weird how the foul count ended up into this game. So let's see. Actually, I'm gonna go back 1 week before. So for the Revs game that we won, fouls were 14-7.
We won a game? Fucking, I don't even remember that.
I don't
That must
remember.
have been like 3 months ago.
What does winning feel like?
What's goal scoring feel like? Because I'm sure, Pat, you're gonna have to get into that in a little while.
We got plenty to talk about there for sure. What is this soccer you speak of? All I know is Asbury Park FC in my FIFA season just won the Champions League and Premier League, and then those lousy owners Sean Francis and Ian Perkins didn't give me any money to buy Kylian Mbappe. Bullshit. That's where I'm at with the Red Bulls this season, people. My imaginary FIFA season is more interesting to me.
Have you started? I had this in dumping ground, but have you started imaginary season with Richmond yet? With AFC Richmond?
No, not yet. No. See, I still have FIFA. The FIFA games, I always wait until they're
22?
like. I'm still on 22. I always wait till they're like half off, and then I get them because they don't change enough for me to pay full price. Let's face it.
Oh, no, it's not worth it.
Yeah. So, but yeah. I mean, I guess the only other thing I like just this is afterthought, dumpy ground, blah blah blah, is that I do find it funny when people get really really mad when you criticize the team on social media. It is kind of amusing because when they put that whole "we made the playoffs" tweet when they didn't even play a game, and I just basically commented on it, or not on Instagram, I'm sorry, and I just commented, nobody fucking cares, win an MLS Cup. Then one person like poo-pooed me, he's like, well, they can't, nobody cares, but think about your shit opinion. Meh. It's like, all right, dude, you must be a new fan.
Yeah, clearly stars in the jersey don't mean anything in this league.
Yeah. Like, you must be new and have no idea that this team isn't doing jack shit in the playoffs.
All right. Anything else for afterthoughts?
God, no.
Okay.
I didn't even want to remember that game, and yet we had to just there.
Yeah. This team is a chore. That's my final afterthought at this point. They're a fucking chore.
They're still hosting right now. It's still in a spot to host a home game, which is so insane to think of. That they're brutal to watch, and yet they're still in line to host a playoff game.
All they need, and we'll get to this, but all they need to do is win 1 out of 2 to host.
They only have one. I mean, I don't know how many games left do they have in the season.
2. One road, 1 home.
Okay, only 2. All right. I was wondering if they had like a string of road.
No,
win.
because they got to get the season in before the World Cup starts, so they're it's a little accelerated this year.
Yeah.
All right. So prediction standings. I'm still in first with 21. Truman's in second with 18. Neither of us got it right. Pat did get the loss, so you are up to 9 points on the season.
There you go.
Rally cap.
I think that comeback's coming, Pat.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Red Bull's last road game of the regular season is taking place this Saturday, October 1st, 7:30 p.m. It'll be broadcast on MSG and ESPN Plus. Columbus comes into the game with a 9-15-8 record, 42 points, plus 5 goal difference, number 8 in the Eastern Conference. They are tied on points with Inter Miami but they are losing the first tiebreaker, which is wins, since they are 8th right now. So this is a critical matchup for the Red Bulls because they're, again, going to have a hungry opponent that hasn't qualified for the playoffs yet. The only thing is that, and this happened, I guess, in the last hour or two, the Columbus Crew's Cucho Hernandez has been suspended for this week's game. Apparently there was, I'm not sure what the language is, I don't know the story, but must have been really foul language that was used, or really offensive language, but the league handed down a suspension, and he will be out for this week's game at least. So we got that, I guess.
All right.
All right.
It's okay. One of our regular starters is out for the rest of the regular season, so I guess it's fair. We're each down a guy. All right. Predictions. I have to go first. After the New York City game, I don't like the idea of predicting wins, but this team has a tendency to pull them out when they're not expected. So I'm going to stick with what I had last time. I'm going to say a 2-1 road victory because surprisingly they have been the best road team in MLS this year. So we started with a win on the road. Let's end with a win on the road.
Well, I have to be different because that's the only thing I can do to catch up. I have to be spot on here with at least one of these games, and I have to be different. So, oh God, you know what? Red Bulls suck. I'm gonna say. I mean, not like Columbus is awesome because they're fucking not. Oh man, give me the 1-1 draw. Go on a limb, 1-1 draw. Let's just do it.
Yeah, Columbus is on the playoff bubble, so they really need this win. So they're gonna come out hungry. We're gonna probably start our next third division foreign striker that our gracious overlords grace us with to, who will score nothing because that's what all our offensive signings do. So I'm gonna say a 1-0 loss. Oh, the benevolence from Austria. Look, we got some guy from Bolivia, and he's 15, and he's only played in the 4th division.
On the New York Red Bull subreddit, apparently Fabio was mentioned as wanting to come back to the team again.
Fabio.
Like he didn't do much the last time he was here.
He's coming back, you said?
Or apparently he wants to come back.
Oh, well, tough. You suck.
Yeah. All right. New York Red Bulls 2. They still suck. 3-6-23. 15 points. Minus 46 goal difference now. Number 14 in the East. Their last 2 matches, they lost 1-0 at Oakland Roots, and then did not lose, but they drew 0-0 at home to Detroit City. I believe they have 3 matches left in total before moving to MLS Pro next year. And the next match is on Saturday, October 1st, 10:30 p.m. at Phoenix Rising. The one thing I will say about actually, no, I'm going to say that for Dumping Grounds. I'm not going to talk about it here because it's not USL. Okay, just add this to the thing. There we go. Gotham FC still unfortunately not picking up wins. Their last match, 3-0 loss versus North Carolina Courage. So that puts their record at 4-0-17, 12 points, minus 30 goal difference, dead last in the NWSL. Their season finale is this week on Saturday, 6 p.m. And they'll be hosting the Portland Thorns.
Didn't like all their wins come out of the gate?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ugh.
I think it was like the first 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah, man. Sorry, Gotham FC fans. Yeesh.
So and I'm just gonna keep plugging it again. I think it was Soccer over Gotham. You haven't done it yet. Go if you're a Gotham FC fan, go follow him. All right. That takes us to the dumping ground.
I'm the trash man.
All right. Do we want to talk the U.S. men's team first, or we talk about other lighter topics?
Might as well just
We'll save the lighter topics for
let's finish with the lighter stuff. Yeah. Yeah, United States men's national team, they look like garbage. After giving us a little bit of hope with some decent games over the course of qualifying, obviously some letdowns with some championships between the Nations League and Gold Cup. Yeah, gave us a little hope, but now we realize our guys aren't playing regularly, and half of them are injured, and nobody can score still is kind of caught up with us, and they laid 2 turds against Saudi Arabia and Japan, scoring no goals, losing one game 2-0, the other 0-0. So yeah, they're limping into the World Cup. I mean, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess it's that a number of guys who are out probably still would have played if it was an actual World Cup game. Some will be back. Some key players like Yunus Musa, Anthony Robinson, Timothy Weah. But I mean, I got to say, for Christian Pulisic, man, it was a mistake staying at Chelsea. He needed regular playing time because he just does not look like himself. I guess another silver lining is Weston McKennie looked awful, and he usually doesn't. So, when you have one of your worst games ever and you're used to a certain level of consistency, it's you gotta just think that they might come back. Because if these guys can't get up for the World Cup, then I don't know what the hell they can get up for. The only thing you really came away with that was positive is that Matt Turner looks like the sure thing at goal, but I mean, there are some people are reading between the tea leaves of things that Greg Berhalter has been saying that make it sound like he still has an eye on Zach Steffen. I don't know how the fuck you could possibly want to still play Zach Steffen, who's not even playing well in the championship, over Matt Turner. I understand Matt Turner is not playing regularly, but you've seen him do it in with the U.S. crest on plenty of times. He's fine. He's not fine. He's better than fine. He's pretty fucking good. So if Matt Turner is not our starting keeper in November, I don't know. Maybe I guess Greg Berhalter doesn't want to get rehired. So yeah, I mean, not much to be excited about. Actually, plenty to worry about. I mean, I guess England looked like crap too. So that's one plus. And
Wales didn't look great, but I mean, I expect they will actually score goals.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess if you want to look at it this way, in their last World Cup tune-up before the 2018 World Cup, which they won, France drew who? Us, 1-1 in their final World Cup tune-up, and we did not make the World Cup. So, hey, just because it looks ugly before the World Cup doesn't mean the World Cup itself would be ugly. But yeah, not how you want to show in your last 2 games for sure.
Woof.
Yeah.
That's all you can say is woof.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't watch these games.
Yeah.
All right. In lighter news, so speaking of the FIFA video game we talked about earlier, Ted Lasso and AFC Richmond are available in FIFA 23. You can I don't know how the Ted Lasso part works. Can you assign him as a coach to a different team? Or it's just that he's like there for Richmond? Not sure how that part works.
I don't know if you can switch the manager for teams. But my guess is if you decide to have a season with AFC Richmond and you're Ted Lasso and you decide you start winning some games and you want to apply for another job, you could do that for sure. You could switch which teams you manage, essentially.
Yeah. You can select him as your manager in career mode. That's how it's going to work.
There you go. Yeah, career mode. Yeah.
I do like that most of the posts. I think it was on Twitter when they were talking about it. Is everyone just wants to destroy West Ham now?
Oh God, if they put Nate in as a coach for West Ham,
that'd be fantastic.
Watch, after season 3 comes out, all of a sudden Nate's a playable character. But yeah, so Ted Lasso, you can pick him as a manager in career mode. You can also put yourself into the Richmond team and play them in career mode, and I'm assuming you'd be able to just use them in friendlies and stuff. I'm curious who the shirt sponsor is, though. Is it Banter? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. Good question.
Oh, and apparently they're going to take QPR Stadium and then have a Richmond version of it to make it look like Nelson Road. So basically, just take the same model and just change the decorations around the stadium.
That's weird because they film at Crystal Palace Stadium.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought QPR. Crystal Palace. That's what it is.
Okay. All right.
Wow. That was bad. I knew that too. All right. Next up. So next year for MLS Next Pro, apparently all of those games will be available on Apple TV. I'm assuming in the same package as the MLS games. So if you care about New York Red Bulls 2 or the Development League, you will be able to watch it for whatever it's worth.
It's the dumbest fucking league. Ugh.
Well, I heard they're doing some AI camera tracking for the broadcast this year, and it's fucking horrible from what I've seen. God, I can only imagine if they use that in MLS.
I mean, it's like, yeah, of course. Let's absolutely take our players who are growing and take them out of environments where fans actually attend the games and putting them in front of fans, even if it's small groups of fans, going in the road against teams that have passionate fan bases. Let's stop that. Let's just let's send them to reserve games. Other MLS teams who don't have reserve support like the other leagues do. Yeah, this makes a lot of fucking sense.
Unless you play Rochester, then you may be lucky to get a crowd.
Just following up real quick here. AFC Richmond does have the Banter logo on their jerseys.
Okay.
There you go.
So there you go.
By the way, there is a Ted Lasso card game, and it's pretty cool.
I believe it.
It's worth checking out. The last thing I put on here, and I think this was announced yesterday, Hugh Jackman is reprising his Wolverine character for Deadpool 3.
Hell yeah.
I'm in.
I have unfortunately not watched the video yet. I think I haven't saved my YouTube to watch it, but
the announcement video is fantastic. It was perfectly done.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds is I don't know what it is, but the last, I guess ever since he got Deadpool, it was just everything he does is correct in terms of marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that'll be a very fun movie to watch when it comes out.
And by the way, Welcome to Wrexham has still been fantastic.
Oh yeah, it has.
Still an interesting behind the scenes.
I still have only watched the first 2 episodes. I haven't watched any others yet.
For shame.
I know.
I just finished episodes 10 and 11 right before this podcast.
I'm behind on so many series, so.
Yeah. I got caught up on the Lord of the Rings.
I didn't even touch that one.
Yeah, it's kind of boring so far, so. I don't know, I'm just hoping some orc slaying happens soon.
All right. Anything else for Dumping Grounds?
No.
Nope.
Okay. So that takes us now to Pat's betting corner.
I don't know. Bet on Columbus. I'm actually thinking of. I'm thinking of no longer betting anymore since I realized I don't really win. I'm not good at it.
I'm gonna predict if you bet on the NFL. So what's the over-under or what's the line for the Jets? Do you happen to know?
Off the top of my head, I do not. I don't have my phone on me.
All right, let's see what the betting line is according to DraftKings.
I'm going to say 6.5.
Oh, there's my phone.
Jets are +3. That's a much closer one than I would have thought against the Steelers.
Well, Steelers aren't great right now either.
I know, but the Jets are horrible.
The Steelers have Mitchell Trubisky.
It's pretty fair.
Yeah, look who the Bengals have, and they gave up 30-something points to them. Oh, sorry, not the Bengals, the Browns.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna since Pat wasn't gonna do betting stuff, right, aside from picking Columbus, I will say take the Jets because I feel like they'll get some sort of boost from Zach Wilson coming back this week. Maybe they'll just hit the 3 and then be done.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, the Jets are a whole other. I could do a whole episode with the Jets. Actually, I should talk to Feuerstein and ask him if I can come on the show just to rant about the Jets for a bit.
Get it to the Jets spinoff.
Well,
there you go.
He does cover the Jets, I think, on Feuerstein Fire. So I was just like, hey, listen, I know I don't cover the Jets. Just have me on for like 20 minutes so I can rant about the fucking defense and how we improve every single position except for safety, and we still are worst in the league. All right.
Undisciplined.
It's not even disciplined. Our best players are not on the field for more than 60% of the game. So, all right. Anyway, that brings us to our last segment of the show. Truman's terrible team of the week.
That's terrible.
All right, I did some digging in here because MLS was so long ago we pretty much forgotten about. But I found a terrible loss, guys.
There you go.
Who doesn't love a 7-0 score line? 7-0 score line. So I've reached into the Southern Premier Division Central in England, where AFC Rushden and Diamonds lost 7-0 at home to Colville. That's right, Colville.
How can you lose to Colville?
And if you want to know where Colville is in the standings, they currently sit in 3rd place. And that other team is sitting in 21st out of 22 teams. So I think when you then get relegated, you get relegated into oblivion. There's not even a team anymore. They just plow over your stadium. You know, the players have to go back to work at their normal jobs, and the team is never spoken of again.
They cut your town off the island and then just ship you out to the
They
ocean.
just saw it off like Bugs Bunny did to Florida, and off you go.
Fare thee well, fine sirs. Join the Canadian Premier League. Maybe you'll be fine there.
They wouldn't hit like Iceland or Greenland first and join one of their leagues.
Yeah, you know, okay, or maybe Faroe Islands. I'll end up in the Faroe Island League.
I just know all of our followers that love Lancaster City in the Northern Premier Division are very happy. I didn't mention their 6-3 loss to Morpeth Town.
Oof, not that one.
Yep, I remember we will talk about that game for years to come.
And who doesn't want to talk about that one?
Fucking Morpeth. What a club.
All right. Anything else before we wrap up?
I got nothing.
I mean, if you guys want to hear more funny names, you know, what about Bamber Bridge? All right. How about a team that's just called Marine? All right.
Marine, eh?
There you go. How about Liver's Edge? How about Belpertown?
Is this crazy league?
Yeah, this is the Northern Division. How about Hitchintown? That sounds like a fun place. How about Mickleover?
Mickleover,
Barwell. Yeah.
These are all just mythical creatures at this point. These aren't real teams.
I think I'm just going to become like a diehard supporter of Hyde United. HYDE United. That's my team now. Hyde United, everybody. Where they are, fucked if I know.
I was trying to see how many teams there were in England, and holy shit, I knew there was a lot, but I didn't realize.
There's a fucking lot of them.
Like AFC Aldermaston.
Ooh.
Dunstable. And this is just in the A's, because it's AFC. Let's see. Any good ones down the list? I'm just going to scroll down the list for a minute and see what I can find.
I mean, the amount of wacky ass teams, it is splendid and vile, as Pat always says.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez, how do you even say this? Barnsoldwick Town?
I think we should all pick a town in the Southern Premier Division South, and then review their game from this upcoming weekend.
Let's see, Southern Premier.
So I will update you guys on next week's Swindon Supermarine game.
Ah.
Hold on, I gotta look it up because Wikipedia apparently doesn't have their clubs listed.
I'll go with Weston Supermare.
Yes. I mean, you're taking this to favorites. Like, what a homer you are.
All right,
The
so
goals.
What a
Seagulls.
front running fan you are, buddy.
You said
Go
Southern,
Seagulls.
Southern Premier Division South. Is that what you said?
I remember the Paul Bliss era from early 1986.
What a powerhouse club they are.
Honestly, I'm surprised Metropolitan Police FC just haven't destroyed all the competition.
Well, that's because Jacob Jagger Kane has 5 goals for Pat's team, Weston Supermare.
Weston Supermare. Let's go to Team Store. How much is their jerseys? So their jersey's pink. That's interesting. Oh, they only sell tickets? Fuck that shit. Hey, a family plan's only £275.
Sweet.
Season ticket, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, wait, Metropolitan Police are in the South. Google, I thought, was not giving me the right thing. So, yeah. Metropolitan Police FC. I guess I'll have to see what they do.
Club shop. Here we go. Here. Hey, there's my team sponsors McDonald's of Somerset.
Wow, look at that local sponsorship right there.
Metropolitan Police FC apparently do not have a team. Oh, no, there we go. I missed the link. All right, let's see what they're. They have Macaron as their kit maker.
Quality.
Okay,
Let's see.
now
Well,
can I find the? Oh, geez.
Let's see, pounds to dollars.
Apparently they don't have any clothes though. I need to pick a new club because I can't. There's no swag to get.
I'm pretty sure Metropolitan Police FC after the game just put their police uniforms on and go right to work.
It's possible.
Pretty sure that's how that goes.
Oh. I can buy a Weston Mare. Wait, what the hell's the name of my team again?
Weston Supermare.
Weston Super. I can buy their jersey for $45. I wonder if they
Nice.
ship to the United States.
I bet they would. You pay enough in shipping.
Right.
Or Jersey, because I don't know. It's funny.
Did either of you take Swindon Supermarine?
I did. That is my club,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh, I got to create an account. Screw this.
They have a plane. Okay, the Jets linkage would have been perfect, but no. Okay.
I
let's
love
see.
every team that plays at the Webb's Wood Stadium, all right? So don't fuck with me on this team. These are my boys.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go with Gosport Borough because their crest is. I'm pretty sure this is the original crest from 1944. It is awesome. And their away colors are green, so it works perfectly for me. I'm already gonna get disappointed with green. Might as well get disappointed more. All right, let's see what they're. All right, they're a better shop so far. So the full discount membership for them is £30 for the year.
There you go.
Okay, let's see. Apparently we can. Okay, here we go. So on their shop, you can buy sponsorship boards. I think we gotta sponsor this team for let's see. New board cheapest price is £360. Oh, wait a minute, that's a monthly payment. Never mind, that's a little too rich.
Steers for his blood.
But season ticket, £29 per month for 5 months. That's not a bad price. That covers the whole year. So let's see. Shop. Oh, they don't have any merch either. Man, they're really missing out. I thought I picked somebody good. Two teams without any merch. That's disappointing. Maybe go with Handwell Town because they got some swords on their crest. Oh, they don't have a website, so they're out too. That's screw. I'll stick with Go Sport Borough. We'll see how they do. Let's see what's their Southern Football League's website. So I can see what the.
So next week I will give you guys the update on the game against Harrow Borough. Harrow Borough.
And I'll have to tell you how Weston Supermare does against Helston Athletic.
Should probably write this down.
I will give you Go Sport Borough.
Yeah. I should write who I'm rooting for.
Before you quickly forget the team and the league they participate in.
All right. So there.
I have to remember the league they're participating in? Oh, forget that. I feel like I can at least remember Weston Supermare, but
Southern Football League Premier South. I mean, come on.
yeah.
Come on, it rolls off the tongue.
It's the SFLPS.
There you go.
All right.
God, get shit together.
So Go Sport Borough is taking on is it North Lay? I think it's North Lay. Let me just double check because. Let's see. Yep, North Lay, whose claim to fame is a windmill, apparently.
Listen, I'm following their Twitter account, and I'm going to post right now for our next assignment that I will be updating our listeners.
Are you tweeting just for yourself or from the show?
No, for myself. But
Okay.
I will tweet when we're done. We'll just message me all the teams, and I'll put in a big tweet who we're going to be updating.
All right. We should have message teams be like, and send it. We're a very popular American soccer podcast. You should send us free shit.
We're an extremely serious, legitimate podcast. Gotta just whatever you do, don't actually listen to this podcast. Teams we're tweeting about because we're not making fun of you at all.
Not in the least. We know that all the parents of the players who are the only fans that attend your games are serious fans.
That's right.
I might actually be able to watch this game live. Nope, never mind. I was mistaken that Live Soccer TV would provide an actual stream for the game. Oh well. All right. Anything else before we wrap up?
I think that was it. That was
We got
definitely.
work. We got work to do, guys.
That was the wrap up right there.
We got the Red Bulls and 3 Southern Football League Premier South teams to follow. So.
That's right.
All right. You can let's wrap this up. So you can support us at patreon.com/Red Bull Rant. $1 a month is get you exclusive content such as monthly wrap-ups, live post games, anything we decide to do. Email us at redbullrant@gmail.com. You can call and leave us a voicemail 973-348-5329. Facebook.com/Red Bull Rant. On Twitter at Red Bull Rant for the show, at Dr. Stooge for myself, at the Truman for Truman. Subscribe to our show via iTunes, Stitcher Radio, YouTube Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast. Last words before we get out of here.
All right, so real quickly, terrible news. Their game against Harrowborough, I believe, has been rescheduled. So I will be covering this weekend's game against Farnborough. Okay, so they're playing Farnborough this weekend, and then the game against Harrowborough, I believe, will be rescheduled. So Farnborough will be the update. I'm sure you all needed to know that. Aside from that, what the fuck do I root for? Do I actually root for the Red Bulls to win a game, or do I root for I win a prediction? I guess I'll do a little bit of both. Cool with a draw, but I would be super chill with a win.
Yeah, sorry. Excuse me. Red Bulls win.
This team is putting Pat to sleep, and we haven't even hit game time.
We just mentioned the Red Bulls game. He's yawning.
Yeah. Perfect timing.
All right, for Pat, Truman, and myself, this is episode 413 of the Red Bull Rant. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, go Red Bulls.
Go whatever Farnborough's nickname is.
Let's go Weston Super Claire and their defender Will Tunnicliffe, who's on loan from Tauntaun Town.
And go Sport Borough, a.k.a. the Borough. This episode of the Red Bull Rant is brought to you by the fine patrons that support us through patreon.com/redbullrant. You can support us for the low price of $1 a month, and you can get exclusive content, including a monthly wrap-up for the New York Red Bulls. We want to send a special shout-out to our patrons who support us at $5 a month. That is our producer-level reward. Thank you to Jeremiah Dempster, Clayton John, Chris Adamek, Maeve Dartinez, and Pierre Delecto.